at Nina Simone's childhood home, and I can tell you, as someone who visited about a year and a half ago, this place looks entirely different. Can you tell me a little bit about all of the work that's gone into restoring this place in the past year and a half?
Yeah. We wanted to retain as much architectural integrity as possible so that the place looked authentic as when the time that Nina Simone lived here.
This is such a beautiful interior here at Nina Simone's home. And can you talk a little bit about this color?
Yeah, so this was the main family room. Now, mind you, there were 9 family members living in these 3 rooms. So this is the copper blue. We wanted to enliven the space with this period color, and our preservation architect and our consultants are the ones that selected it. We were also intentional about not creating a house museum.
Yeah.
You know, with the velvet rope, and you can't interact with like the fabric. And, but we wanted to support interpretation. So looking here, the shadow box right here represents where the old stove would have been.
Oh, wow.
That would have sat right here, that would have warmed the entire house.
Wow.
And so that authentic fabric is still on view.
Yes. Yep.
Where this shadow box here is exactly what the varnish looked like when the artists acquired the property 8 years ago and we started to work on its restoration. We wanted to highlight the change over time and help a visitor to get a sense of what the historical colors may have looked like.
Yeah, and maybe just, as you say, the layers of history that are reflected even in the materiality of the structure.
Exactly.
So Brent, I noticed that there's no furniture in this room, and a lot of times in historic sites, they're filled with period furniture or other artifacts from the time, even if those, or even replicas of what might have been there. Can you talk a little bit about your decision to leave this room empty?
Yeah, that was intentional. In this scenario, we did not want to fool a visitor with fake furnishings and curate a space that wasn't real. And we think that the architecture, that the space can give enough historical context and gives us the flexibility to program it so that we can activate it and bring it to life.
I think that's really key because it's seems like a much more fitting recognition of Nina Simone's legacy to be able to activate this space, to have people in this space connecting with her legacy and creating art, hearing art, thinking about art, being inspired by this beautiful neighborhood. So I think that was an amazing choice, but I bet you get a lot of questions about it.
We get a lot of questions about it.
Where's the piano?
Yes, exactly. This is one of our most complicated design decisions, and design and preservation decisions. This is the linoleum that was here when she was born.
Wow.
And families would use this not only to mitigate the air that would come in under the floorboards.
Right.
So as a strategy for heating the house, the goal is to preserve all of this integrity and perpetuity.
These decisions that you made will help people to really imagine what it was like to be here. Well, it's just an incredible experience to be able to be here at this home and to see all of the thought and decision making and creativity that went into restoring it. The design decisions, I feel like really when I walked in there, I really could get a sense of what it was like to be in that space when Nina Simone was little, when she was born. And so I'm so grateful that this exists. I'm really proud that the National Trust and the Action Fund led the way.
Thank you.